10 tips you should know before moving or coming to America as an international student.
Flights, taking off. Yikes, like a base.
Welcome back. Here is the one and only Nana Boy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm back again. But this time I'm trying something new. And today I want to share with you 10 tips you need to know before moving or coming to America to study as an international student. Or just, it might help those who are just coming to visit too. So also keep that in mind. This is based on my experience and what I've observed and what I've collected from my friends and everything. So I'm not here to serve as an attorney or anything. This is just my advice and my experiences I'm going to give to you. Alright, so without further ado, let's start. So number one, America is beautiful. I know, America is beautiful, no doubt, but it's not as what it looks like on the TV that you watch, the movies that you watch. If you think you're gonna come here, you're gonna succeed, the following day you lying. I'm telling you, you gotta work hard, you gotta work your butt off to succeed in America. I'm telling you, there are homelessness here in America. People sleep on the street and everything, just like what some of us have back home. So I don't know how you have it back home, but if you come in here, make it a mindset you're gonna work hard, because that's the only way you're gonna succeed. I'm telling you. Alright. And number two, rent and expenses. I'm telling you, rent is kind of expensive here in America. Mostly depending on where you live. If you live at like places like New York, LA, like San Diego, Chicago, I don't know about I say like the big cities, to like Alaska and all those places. Hawaii, rent can be really expensive. I'm telling you, it can be really, really expensive. Like mostly around $800 and above for maybe like a studio or like a one bedroom. So consider that when you come in here or when you pick in a school. Sometimes maybe living on campus might be like a little bit cheaper for you. So I don't know about that. But some of the cheaper places you can live, I'll say, will be in the Midwest. The Midwest got some of the cheapest, housing and rents that you can live in, and the cost of living is not that expensive too. So that's my advice for you. And number three, I'll talk about education system. America's education system is kind of hard, not too rigorous, but a little bit rigorous. So keep that in mind. It's kind of like college life is kind of like being in a high school from a foreign country. You do a bunch of homework, I'm telling you, homework every single day, quizzes, tests, projects, essays, So if you come, you better be ready for it, because it's a lot of work. If you don't really care about your grades, then I'll say, yeah, you'll be fine. But otherwise, it is a lot of work. I was surprised. I thought it would be easy. But when I got in, I'm like, whoo, this is crazy. So also keep that in mind. Number four, alcohol. Most of us from our country, you can buy alcohol when you're like 18. Yeah. Some of you guys, you can buy when you're like 16. A friend of mine told me in this country you can buy alcohol when he's like 16. But here in America, you have to be 21 and you have to show your ID that you're 21. And if somebody goes with you to buy the alcohol, they also ID that person. So make sure whoever you take along with you have the ID card. And also, in certain states, they wouldn't sell alcohol to you after 2 a.m. Some of them would be like 1 a.m. Some will be like 12 a.m. So know that too. And some states you can buy alcohol on Sundays, and some you can't even buy afternoon on Sundays. So also keep that in mind too. And when going to the club or the bar, they'll ask for your ID. If you're not 21, they will not allow you to go in too. So also keep that in mind, when you're going. Some clubs in the big cities will allow you in, but they'll mark on your hand. Make sure your mark is different from those who are 21, so the bartenders wouldn't sell you alcohol. So also keep that in mind too. So, and you cannot carry an open bottle of drink, beer, or anything in your car, or even leave the bar with it, because there'll be police outside waiting for you. and if you do that, they can arrest you, or they'll let you throw it away right away. So yeah, I would recommend you apply to a community college first before you transfer to a 4-year college, because most of them are not that expensive. But the thing is, what you learn in college, like the first 2 years of your college, you pretty much learn the same thing as you learn in a 4-year college. So if the 4-year college you are going to is pretty expensive, I recommend you get opportunities to apply for scholarships. You get to know your teachers, you can find jobs and everything, and that's a way better option because you are new to the system, you're learning the culture and everything. But if you know you got all the scholarships, you have good SAT, personal story, references, good volunteer activities that will guarantee you get like a maximum scholarship, and I recommend that you go for your 4-year college, because applying for 4-year college visa is mostly easier than a community college. So also keep that in mind. And I'll move to the next option, which is the weather. The weather here can be extreme. In America, got 4 seasons. They got spring, summer, fall, and winter. Winter here can be really extreme. Summer here can be really extreme, depending on where you live. Some extreme winters will probably be on the northern side, like the North Dakota, Wisconsin, New York. New York is not too bad, but Vermont, Maine, Minnesota, those places can get really cold. So also, I live close to the Midwest. I live in the Midwest, but South Dakota, Iowa, and those places are kind of cold. I call that cold. So just imagine living on the northern side. And if you live on the south side, you should have a pretty laid back, winter, like, Texas, Arizona, Louisiana, like California. Those places have really mild winter, and you don't really experience it that much. Some places like Florida or Texas don't even experience winter or snow. So if you like that, you can go to those places. And also be careful of the extreme weathers, like Oklahoma, Florida, and some places in Kansas get really extreme weather, like tornadoes a lot. So consider that when applying for schools too. All right, the people. If you're the kind of person who like to make friends, like to know people, like friendly people, then I'll tell you to stick to the Midwest, because those people are pretty nice. You can see somebody across the street and they say hey to you, you can say hi, that's kind of normal. But when you go to the East Coast and the West Coast, like California and all those places, California, New York, it would be a bit weird to say hello to someone. They wouldn't even look at your face. They think you're weird or something, or a creep. So consider that too when you're applying for schools. Healthcare, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of like all around the place. Is it number 7 or number 8? I think it's number 8. I don't know. Yeah, let's keep going. Yeah, healthcare. Healthcare in America is pretty good. Like good doctors and everything. If you're sick, they'll take care of you. But know that it's very costly. It's really expensive. In America, just to have an appointment with like a specialist or a doctor can cost you like almost $400 in some places. But they have like smaller clinics and places that you can go to when you're sick, but still that's kind of expensive, because I have a friend who went to hospital. He had like surgery, because he had a rupture, like of his appendix, and just being in the hospital for 3 days cost him $50,000, like $50,000. They said they gave him a discount of $19,000, but he still had to, after his insurance, he still had to pay about $8,000, so like $7,000. Which is a lot of money, So just imagine you have all these kids, and like about 2 of them get sick, you can go broke just like that. International students, they'll require you to have like insurance, but know that the insurance doesn't really cover much. I'm telling you, you go there and tell you, it doesn't really cover this, that. So you have to actually pay from your pocket. So I'll tell you to get the cheapest insurance when you get here. Because once you're here, I don't think you're gonna get sick, so just get the cheapest option, and if anything come up, I think you figure it out. Okay. So number 8, or I think it's number 9, number 9, say transportation. If you live in big cities like LA, New York, as I said earlier, Chicago, like San Diego, and all those places, Philly, like transport system is not too bad. You know, you can have trains, you can have light trains, you can have like taxis all around the place, you know. So like moving from one place to another a little bit easier, but still there'll be a lot of traffic, you know. So in the big cities, I recommend, you know, if you live close to campus, you can ride your bicycle and that'll be easier. But if you live in like the Midwest or cities that are not too big, I recommend you get a car if you can afford it, you know, because having a car can save you a lot. Because in the winter it gets pretty cold, in the summer it gets really hot. I remember when I didn't have a car, I was living off campus. I had to walk to school when it's raining and when it's snowing, and I'm telling you, it wasn't the best of experience. So if you can afford one, get it, or make friends with people who got one. And some cities also are kind of like widespread, so if you're trying to like go from one place to the other, you know, it takes time. You can walk like 2-3 miles if you don't have any close shop around you, so that will also suck. So keep that in mind too. And I think my last but not the least should be language. I mean, in America, like, Americans have an accent, the British have an accent, Australian accent is different. But in America, if you are from a foreign country, once you speak, they think, oh, you're different, you know, and they'll actually, hey, where are you from? This, that, and this, that. They also spell certain things very differently. Like, instead of using an S, they use a Z, you know, like, instead of like favor, when spelling like favor, like F-O-V-O-U-R, they'll take the U out. Like favorite, they'll take the U out. So you should also keep in mind, you know, that it's very different because, and also know once you have an accent, you're gonna get a lot of questions, I'm telling you. So, you know, you should always keep that in mind. So I think that's what I have for today. I appreciate all of you for watching this. This really means a lot to me. And for staying behind, bonus advice for you. When choosing a state, also consider minimum wage, because some states have really small minimum wage. That's like the base that they'll pay you on campus. You know, some places will pay you $7.50, some will pay you $7.25, some will pay you $8. And where I am, which is Nebraska, they'll pay you $9. And that's what most colleges will pay you. They'll not pay you more than that. So keep that in mind when you're applying. Thank you very much. This is something new I'm trying. If you liked it, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below, and I'll try to make videos about that. Thank you very much, and peace out. Energy gado.